Right now, the most dangerous substance in your kitchen is not sugar. It is that clear, golden bottle of so-called healthy vegetable oil sitting next to your stove. You have been told your entire life that these seed oils are heart-healthy. But the horrifying truth is that oil is a metabolic neurotoxin that the billion-dollar industry is fighting to keep on your shelves. They are silently destroying your cellular health, and today I am going to expose exactly how this happens. Imagine taking industrial machine lubricant, bleaching it with harsh chemicals, deodorizing it to hide the rancid smell, and then pouring it over your daily fresh organic salad. Well, that is exactly what happened in the early 1900s. Before then, human beings consumed natural fats like butter, tallow, and olive oil. Then came cottonseed oil, which was literally toxic waste from the cotton farming industry. It was cheap, so they chemically altered it to look like food. This is what the food industry refuses to tell you. We have been blindly consuming a product of industrial waste, believing it is the gold standard for health. Let us dive into the molecular biology of this. The main component of these seed oils like soybean, canola, and sunflower oil is linoleic acid, which is an omega-6 polyunsaturated fatty acid. In its natural whole food form, in tiny amounts, it is fine. But the horrifying truth is, the extraction process requires extremely high heat and chemical solvents like hexane. This triggers a violent biochemical reaction. The fragile molecular structure of linoleic acid breaks down and oxidizes before it even reaches your grocery store. You're essentially buying pre-oxidized rancid liquid. When you take that oil and heat it again in your frying pan, it gets infinitely worse. The heat causes the formation of toxic byproducts like aldehydes and lipid peroxides. These are not just empty calories. These are highly reactive molecules that act like a wrecking ball inside your body. They tear through your physiological barrier, causing massive oxidative stress. I remember standing in the grocery store years ago, comparing labels, trying to find the oil with the lowest saturated fat, because I thought I was doing the right thing for my heart. It makes me angry to realize that the very thing we were told would save us is actually the catalyst for chronic inflammation. But it does not stop there. When you consume these oxidized seed oils, they do not just pass through your digestive system. They are incorporated directly into the structure of your cells. Every single cell in your body has a lipid bilayer, a protective membrane made of fats. When you build that membrane with oxidized, unstable omega-6 fats instead of stable saturated or monounsaturated fats, your cell walls become dysfunctional. They become prone to oxidation, making it difficult for nutrients to enter and for waste products to leave. You are literally trapping your cells in a toxic environment. This damages your receptors, particularly insulin receptors, leading directly to insulin resistance and metabolic dysfunction. It is a slow, silent suffocation of your cellular health. Here is the craziest part. When you eat a donut full of refined sugar, your body processes and burns off that glucose relatively quickly. But the half-life of linoleic acid from seed oils in your human fat tissue is roughly 2 years. Yes, you heard that right, 2 years. That means the French fries you ate fried in canola oil a year ago are still physically a part of your body right now, continuing to cause a low-grade inflammatory biochemical reaction. You are walking around with a toxic burden that is constantly misfiring your immune system and exhausting your physiological defenses. In other words, you are not just what you eat, you are what your cells absorb and retain over years. This massive influx of oxidized linoleic acid fundamentally alters your microbiome as well. The delicate balance of bacteria in your gut is highly sensitive to oxidative stress. These oils disrupt the gut lining, contributing to leaky gut syndrome, where undigested food particles and toxins leak into your bloodstream. This triggers a systemic immune response, causing chronic inflammation that travels everywhere, including crossing the blood-brain barrier. It affects your neurons, leading to brain fog, fatigue, and even mood disorders. You might think you are just tired from work, but your brain is actually bathing in a neuroinflammatory soup caused by your cooking oil. But the question remains, how do we fix this disaster? How do we purge this toxic sludge from our system and stop the metabolic damage? The answer is not another expensive pill or a complex detox protocol. You do not need to fall into another trap. You just need to activate your body's innate biological cleanup machine. And the very first step is to aggressively eliminate these metabolic neurotoxins from your diet right now. Go to your pantry and throw away the canola, soybean, corn, sunflower, and grapeseed oils. Yes, actually put them in the garbage where they belong. The billion-dollar food industry wants you to think this is extreme. But what is truly extreme is systematically poisoning your mitochondria every time you eat a meal. You have been treating your symptoms with a physiological placebo. Whether it is an extra cup of coffee for your fatigue or an over-the-counter pill for your joint pain, while completely ignoring the root cause. Once you stop the influx of toxic linoleic acid, your body can finally breathe. Your liver, which has been working overtime trying to process these reactive molecules, can begin to heal. But to truly accelerate this healing process and clear out the rancid fats stored in your tissues, you need to understand a miraculous biological process called autophagy. Think of autophagy as an intricate molecular cleanup machine. When you practice intermittent fasting or simply stop eating constantly throughout the day, your insulin levels drop. This sends a powerful signal to your cells to start hunting down damaged proteins, oxidized lipids, and dysfunctional cellular components. Your body literally eats its own trash to generate energy and rebuild itself with healthy materials. It is a biological miracle that you can control. This is the ultimate reset button for your metabolic health. By combining fasting with the right kind of dietary fats, you can completely reconstruct your cellular membranes. So what should you be eating instead? The gold standard for human health has always been the natural fats that our ancestors thrived on for thousands of years. We are talking about saturated and monounsaturated fats that are chemically stable and resistant to heat-induced oxidation. Tallow, grass-fed butter, ghee, coconut oil, and cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil are your safest choices. Clinical studies consistently show that populations consuming these natural fats have vastly superior cardiovascular and neurological health outcomes compared to those relying on heavily processed seed oils. These fats do not break down into toxic aldehydes when you cook with them. They provide clean, stable energy for your mitochondria and structural integrity for your cells. When you replace seed oils with these healthy fats, the transformation is nothing short of a biological miracle. You are literally rebuilding your body from the inside out. Within just a few weeks, your cell membranes will start to become more fluid and responsive. Your insulin receptors will begin to heal, allowing your body to efficiently process glucose again. The chronic, low-grade inflammation that has been silently destroying your joints, your brain, and your cardiovascular system will begin to cool down. You will experience a massive surge in cognitive clarity because your brain is no longer bathing in a sea of neuroinflammation. Your neurons will repair their connections. The brain fog will lift. Your energy levels will stabilize, and your metabolism will finally function the way it was genetically designed to. You are not destined to be sick, tired, and inflamed. You have just been given the wrong fuel. The food industry might try to hide the truth, but your body never lies. But now you have the truth, and the truth is the ultimate cure. What will happen to your body when it finally breaks free from this toxic prison after 30 days? The results will shock you. It is time to take back control of your health and reject the lies of the modern food industry. If this video opened your eyes to the truth about what is really making us sick, Hit that like button and share this with someone you care about. Please subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the science of human health and the medical myths that are keeping you blind. Let us build a community of awakened individuals who refuse to be victims of a broken food system.